When I bought my ranch by the lake, I assumed the hardest part would be keeping up with the land. What I never anticipated was dealing with my HOA president, Karen, a woman who acted like every square foot of the neighborhood belonged to her. The fence I put up in my backyard wasn't just for looks. It marked the boundary between my property and the public trail that led down to the lake. I'd done everything right. Permits in hand, county surveyor confirming the line. But Karen didn't care. She wanted her own shortcut to the water, and my fence was in her way. One hot summer afternoon, I pulled into the driveway to the sound of drills and raised voices. There she was in broad daylight, flanked by two hired workers, ripping apart my fence one plank at a time. When I confronted her, she just smirked and said, "You can't wall off the HOA from lake access. This belongs to the community." Her arrogance was unreal, but instead of losing my temper, I calmly took out my phone and recorded everything. The smash boards, the crew at work, her bold words. Then I told her flatly, "Go ahead, finish what you started." Within the hour, my fence lay in ruins, a heap of splintered wood. Karen strutted off like she'd won. What she didn't realize was that my deed clearly showed the official lake access point was 2 lots down. She had no authority to touch my fence. I immediately filed a police report for trespass and property damage, then handed over the video. The officers didn't hesitate. They cited her on the spot, and her crew got questioned for working without permits. The lawsuit that followed was quick and devastating. Between the footage and the surveyor's documents, Karen never stood a chance. She was ordered to pay for a new fence, plus damages, my attorney's fees, and hefty fines. When she couldn't cover it, liens were slapped on her house, her car, even her boat. Her reign as HOA queen collapsed overnight. At the very next meeting, she was voted out of office. I rebuilt my fence, taller, sturdier, and more private than before. Now when I sit on my porch overlooking the lake, I can't help but smile. Karen tried to take something from me, but in the end, she lost everything.